the eve of Nigeria's Democracy Day, the ruling All Progressives Congress is reeling out its scorecard. But the PDP says the president should not bother to address the country. What are their reasons? Former boss of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Kalu expressed his concerns ahead of Nigeria's general election in 2019. He said there are roadblocks ahead. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today, live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Akimbaloya, Channels Television Global Headquarters in Lagos. It is 263 days to the general elections, and there are stories springing up from left, right, and center. But we kick off with a strong message from a man who knows the Nigerian electoral process too much. Well, it's the former Independent National Electoral Commission chairman, Professor Kalu. He says that the recent violence witnessed during party congresses in the country portends danger ahead of the 2019 general elections. He said if left unchecked, more troubles ahead. Professor Kalu says cases of hate speeches and delay in the passage of the electoral legal framework are capable of eroding credibility and threatening the nation's elections next year.
The first issue of concern and a major challenge is the issue of violence. And there is no better illustration of this than what has happened in many of the recent party congresses. And really, these portend danger. If political parties cannot organize their internal elections peacefully, how can they engage with other parties with civility in the general elections? So it's very, very important we improve our systemic mechanisms of addressing violence and conflicts related to election, and in particular in improving the scope of internal democracy within political parties. We may be running out of time, but we must try harder and do everything possible within the time available to us before the next general election. Many of the chief executives that I have spoken with, and I know only a few, have terrible stories to tell, particularly about the issue of bribe giving and bribe taking when members of the National Assembly pursue so-called committee work and oversight responsibilities. This is well known. Everybody knows it. It's being said, but nothing seems to be done about it.
Very strong positions there from the former boss of INEC, Professor Kalu.